sick, and I'm glad he's not here.
He's in his office over there.
No, he could. He could be. He didn't come down and pollute anybody else today either. He is participating from afar.
Mine is on my bookshelf in my office.
Nice.
Mine's on that paper on the refrigerator at home.
I try to remember it. If I see it, I do, but it's like, it's just right on the dresser.
You got yours on?
We are.
Mine is on the lanyards of all the different meetings. You got to get me that on the key
yeah.
behind the door.
I took mine off paper and fall off the refrigerator.
Oh, there you go.
There's your schedule.
That'd be bad. So we got it where you want it there, Glenda? We kind of seem to have a little misalignment on the camera.
Oh, on that one?
Well, whatever.
Blair messed with that today.
It's I think it's the TV feed.
It's good on this one, but
Okay, so we good?
We're good. We're live.
Okay, we're good.
I
All right.
mean, we're
Linda, I'm
live.
gonna ask you to lead us in pledge. There you go. Linda's gonna lead us in pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I'd like to welcome everybody to the January meeting of the Calvert City Council. And our agenda is pretty sparse tonight, but the year hasn't been sparse. Last year, the council passed 11 ordinances and 9 resolutions and many other things going on in the city. We're going to have an update, kind of the state of the city rundown here as part of probably new business. But first and foremost, let's get an approval of December 8th.
Make motion to approve the
Minutes.
Second.
Got a first and a second. Everybody okay with the minutes from last time? Yep. Everybody say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Thank you for passing that. Now, visitors and petitioners are usually the first thing on the topic. Not trying to run anybody off, just want to be prompt with whatever might be on someone's mind. So we have somebody, a group of somebody tonight that'd like to talk to council about anything. We'll pull you up on the agenda right now. Nope, come on. Please come up and use the mic and let us know who you are and what's going on.
Mayor, thank you for being here, City Council, for having me here. My name is Daniel Williamson. I live right across the street from this man right here.
Okay.
Here, any snow and you need pulling out anymore?
Oh,
10, maybe 12, 8 years ago, a car hit a rock pillar on Colorado Street. That house belonged to Darrell Smith, who also sat on this council. Car was pretty well totaled. The lady was not hurt, thank goodness. Speed was involved, had to be. We have a speeding problem on Colorado Street. People come off of 62 and you're shaking your head. Yes, 62, 55, 60 miles an hour down that hill. And it's a flat road all the way to the other end. This man's children play in the front yard. That woman that hit that brick wall with the block wall was in a front yard on your side of the road. There's now children on the other side of the road, live next to me, who love bicycles and scooters. You've seen. Something needs to be done, in my opinion, to slow people down on that road. Several years ago, I approached the mayor and the city council. We did. and it was turned down to close Colorado Street. Is that 15th up on top of the hill?
Right, right.
Which I understand it's the way it voted. I'd love to see it closed. That would stop it. Perhaps if that doesn't work, if we can't do that, speed bumps would be really slow down traffic. Daytime, nighttime, it doesn't matter. So from 6 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock at night, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of speed on that road. Chief is trying to help. He's doing the best he can do with having people there. But something needs, and I'm not sure signage will be it. You got a problem with speed bumps. We get that much snow. You got a blade coming across there. You can always replace a speed bump, but you can't replace a child's life. Thank you, council members. John, who's up there.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, well, thank you. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
That speed bump, that my son used to, Corey Bond lived in
You're
Jeremy's
gonna get
house.
close. Already.
Okay, I said, my son used to live in Jeremy's house,
Yes,
Corey, but the one going up to 15th Street, isn't that still really, really rough?
it's not rough. No, it's not rough.
Okay.
It's,
It's steep, it's steep.
I'm not sure a fire truck can get up
Yeah,
there.
okay.
I know a school bus can because a school bus is part of the problem in the mornings.
yeah,
Yeah.
She zips through there. Am I right or wrong,
Mm.
Jeremy?
well, I mean, that corner and that angle is one of the spots in the city we know we've got some shortcomings on design.
Go way back. with
Right,
that.
right. But this is probably not a fair question to ask you. Do you have any idea where the traffic is coming from? I mean, that's an unfair question, I know, but you've been observing it and I just
Well-
wondered about your thoughts.
3:15 in the afternoon, it's worse, and there's 2 cars, a black car and a gray car. I was a teenager at one time myself.
Well, I mean,
Wanted to drive and
just-
zip along there, but it's not just those two. It's daytime, nighttime. It doesn't matter. But those two are the worst,
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's
trying to catch them.
Colorado Street is a shortcut from anybody coming or going 62 to that 15th and beyond, block of houses. I mean, your neighborhood. I'm sure if
in
you-
and out of there thousands.
If you're going to 62, you probably go through Colorado Street. Yeah.
Okay,
It did.
So that's where the traffic comes from. I
Right.
mean, I was, another problem that I've talked about over the years too is just Colorado Street's width in general. If you meet somebody on Colorado, you're in somebody's yard. It's not, a normal city width, but yeah, the speed's another thing as well.
Do you know why they decided not to close off?
No, ma'am, if the word was, it's been rejected by the city council.
Well, we had a number.
They took if I'm not mistaken, a survey or a questionnaire, and the people who live along there didn't want to do it.
Correct.
So the city council,
That is correct.
is that correct?
That is correct, sir. I was on the council then and we had,
Straight away on the side that was the problem, they all wanted it closed. The people on Riley Circle didn't want it closed because they used it to go to work in the mornings. And so there was more that lives on Riley than there is that lives on the straightaway. But the people on Riley are not affected by it.
Well, when we talked about closing off that property at Con subdivision back there, off of Main Street,
you're talking about across the pond?
across the pond, we didn't do a survey then to ask people, because they were up in arms that they wanted to close it. I'm just curious why you would do one, not the other. I mean, you was on the council, I mean, it wasn't.
I was on the council and that was just a survey. There was people for it and there was people.
Okay,
There
okay,
was people for it and people opposed to it
okay.
at the
We
time.
just had opposed.
And we just,
Yeah.
we had.
There's some kind of safety.
Yeah, it was about the
levee.
pond. It was about the
It's
pond.
about the pond.
Yeah.
It's
And
already.
that subdivision you're talking about, there's 3 young teenage boys, probably 12, 13 years old. They love coming down that hill on 15th Street. I wave to them, I stop, I talk to them, they're good kids. but they can be hurt too.
Yeah.
Coming through there.
Yeah, I mean, how do we address speeding on any other city street? Is there a speed bump on any city street?
We talked about on
Talking
Evergreen
about on
needs to be,
Seventh
but
Avenue.
Same, I mean, I know the intersection, down by Clint Pogue's house has always been a complaint too.
We talked about that.
So, I mean, this is. How do we address it elsewhere? I guess is the first.
We gotta makes that section better now.
We made a trip to southern Alabama. 6 months ago, 5 months ago, they use some speed bumps down there to places. And it works. It really does. Mayor, thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. And I don't,
Want to get some.
well, I don't know that we've, obviously don't have an immediate solution. We've done some work recently, increased speeding, surveillance, put some speeding indication signs up. Colorado, I don't really remember the details of the survey. Was it actually a mailed survey? Or was it just a call city hall sort of thing?
It was neither, it was brought,
It was just council members kind of canvassing. No?
It wasn't even that, it was brought to us by the people that was.
Yeah.
The two sides, whatever sides it was, I don't exactly remember the whole particulars of it, but it was brought to us and presented. to us.
And Nita, bringing that top corner that you remembered, that is a very difficult situation.
It is.
To
And-
me, it seems dangerous. I mean.
It is probably one of our more engineering perspective dangerous intersections we have in the city. That and sight distance on 15th. Then we've had, John could speak up, and he probably would if he were here instead of away. But we've got some estimates prepared on leveling 15th out, stuff like that.
I mean, it's
Um,
actually dangerous from both ends.
Yeah.
15th Street is, no, yeah, I mean, Colorado is from both ends, but especially, I mean, you're sort of blind when you come up on 15th Street.
Oh, that's a terrible spot.
Yeah.
It's a terrible
It
spot.
I don't know how anybody could turn right.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's scary,
Yeah,
but you just learn.
people do.
People do it.
Uh,
People do it, and we don't have a, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Because it is dangerous.
I don't have children there, they are all in Nashville, but. If we had children in the front yard, I don't have to worry about it too much. I got a creek through there,
Yes,
they're not gonna get to my front. yard.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours, they would.
Yeah, I mean, we tell them not to go past the creek.
And those girls and boys, your children love to play soccer right there.
Yeah, so, we get in a situation, you improve the widths and have a better designed road, then maybe the speeds even have an opportunity to get faster, so, coming up with a good design is tough, but we'll take a look at it. I don't want to make any promises. I mean, council members hear it. We've had action in the last year, or certainly in the last year, concerned about city speed overall, and have taken some actions on that. So it's something to think about.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul.
Can John see me?
He can.
Thank you, John. He's an old P3 guy in the Navy.
Uh-huh.
So am I.
Okay. Got that connection.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, John.
Thank you. Does anyone else have something to take up with council before we move forward? Okay. All right. So old business, one of the things for old business,
You want,
yes.
I do have the calendar.
Oh, okay. All right. No, the calendar's not on the agenda, but we have calendars winners here. Okay. So Blair was giving me the sign and I can only see that from her nose up and not that great at reading the body language anyway. So let's go ahead and do that.
Quick, we had 255 photos submitted for the contest. And I asked the winners to be here. I don't even know who's here. There's a couple winners here. So, but I'll go ahead and just run through the winners for this year. And if you guys will just come up, and that'd be great. And then we'll get a group photo whenever I feature that. Okay. So the first winner was the cover photo, Brian Hill. So he has the cover, the front image, which is absolutely beautiful.
It is nice.
For a second, so good job. And then we have The next winner is Jason Jones. He was February's winner. He had a photo of a bridge and some lightning, which is cool.
Nope.
Tony Egbert, I don't think he's here.
Oh, he's-
He was a winner. Barry Travis was a winner. He had
Who?
I know.
You know him?
He had
I'll
a
take it.
photo
I'll take it.
in there that was absolutely beautiful with the airplane. Sue Lester, she was a winner. Jeremy Teague. Yep.
Right. What Jeremy had?
And then Ben and Travis.
What's your picture, Jeremy?
Had a couple in there.
He did.
A couple, thanks.
Two.
September.
Oh, nice.
And, where exactly is that? Over by CCMA.
Wow.
And, I think
It's nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Button might want in there too.
What?
No, Brian, it's not hard for Karen. That's it. Picture, mate.
You borrowed that here.
Everybody
And then come off the wall, or step off the wall.
There we go.
Oh, well, so say, it's on there.
Yeah.
What was your picture?
November is the park with the water, and then also,
Could we get a picture too, please? Yes, sure.
also.
Can't
June
send
is the
pictures. I
sunset
mean, our
over-
own pictures.
Over the river.
Sorry, we got two more photos here. My bad, y'all.
Yes, you got your.
We good? We good? All right.
Mayor,
One
one.
more.
Oh, one more.
Okay.
So I was gonna say, they don't have each other's numbers, so they can't send them.
We don't?
No,
We don't?
Oh, no. I think it's about Austin things, my brother, my middle name. Yeah.
Those things are always popular and a beautiful calendar this year.
Thank you all for what you do. I sat 12 years on a city council in another county and 8 years on school board.
So you know what it's about.
Job.
Well, somebody's been there, it sounds like.
Yeah, city council.
Wow.
There you go.
That was.
There you go.
Got a good PR man.
Yeah.
Commissioner Collins, you got anything to say before we get rolling? You got any updates you want to do, or
Do what?
you just want to enjoy Calvert City Council, or you got something on your mind? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thought I'd extend the courtesy.
But thank you for now pointing out that I have nothing specific.
Well, that's kind of where we're at on the council agenda today, and but we do have a lot of good stuff going on. So thought I'd ask you that.
Make up, thank you.
Okay, so moving forward to old business. We had talked about becoming, or I had suggested, and I think everybody liked the idea of trying to get involved with KLC's program for being designated a city of ethics. And Glenda has got an update I think she's going to share here. We've got an ethics board consisting of Kathy Cannett, Stephanie Powell, and Trad York, which I'm very, it's a great group of people. So give us an update on the KLC City of Ethics process.
Kind of telling Anita before the meeting started, but I emailed Michael Simon, and he's an attorney with KLC. And he said that they just recently finished their update of the model policy, and the next steps, we need to have an initial virtual meeting discussing our current ethics ordinance as compared to their model and what changes that they suggest. And then after that, so I think that's going to be that may be with Ashley and Jean and me and John. But then after that, he said, after this initial meeting, we'll schedule the actual ethics training for your ethics board, our elected officials. And so we're moving forward.
So they got their program in order now.
It's
Okay.
going to move forward. Yes.
All right. So maybe we jumped the gun getting too involved with that too quick for KLC. But,
Well, they were updating all of that.
all right, well, it's still something we're interested in, correct? Okay, Very
I think it'd be good.
okay. I guess under the category of old business, perhaps, we had this, the city's utility department received a, rate study from, rural water, correct, Dan?
Yes.
And, they pointed out some stuff and we've got some questions about the report. And, it shows that our water's in pretty good shape, on percentage wise. And our sewer system is, got some ground to catch up on rates. So there's some more technical questions to be addressed in that report, and going to go back to the utility board along with some of the, I think we have shared some of the things that we'd like to see some rates or some charges for. And so kind of sew all that up. The standing ordinance for utility rate increases kicks in the January billing. So it's going to go ahead and do its thing. And so we'll be starting from that point when we get ready to make a recommendation. So we had some council members see that rate study, and I appreciate everybody coming out. And you can watch it, of course, if you want to go back and catch it if you haven't seen it before. And we got a detail to iron out there, but we can send that report in PDF format.
Yes. I
Okay.
can send the report, but Dan has sent an email. We have a few questions on some items in there that we want to clarify. So we don't have that yet. Turn off my mic.
Okay. We're going to go down through some really involved departmental reports, which turns out to be basically a year in review. We run the city on a fiscal year. Us as people tend to think on an annual year. So now's a good time to go through departmental reports. John's going to lead us through that. He's been working with the team here at the city to go down through the accomplishments of the year and kind of spell it out for some people and give each of the various departments time to talk. So water and sewer, are you going to lead through that, or is Bobby going to lead through this, or is John?
John.
There you go, John. You ready to go?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, we started out, water and sewer replaced 540 feet of 14-inch high density polyethylene pipe for a raw water main crossing of Cypress Creek. There was an emergency blowout in which we had to go in there and replace that. Installed.
That was during the flood waters.
Yeah.
Big job.
Installed a 4,558 foot section of 8-inch water main on Long Valley Road, and in doing so added 10 new customers. Headworks project at the sewer plant has been completed and it is in operation. Rehab of 4 filters with new media at the water treatment plant. That's been completed. Added 5 new customers on Kentucky Highway 95 on the existing main there. Installed 2 high service pumps in conjunction with a split system. And that'll allow the system to actually do more work that split. It was able to, and the pumps were able to actually deliver, I think it's deliver more water. Bobby might want to talk a little more about that. Replace the lining and remove sludge at number 2 and 3 lagoons at the sewer treatment plant. Purchased a side-by-side for line checks and other duties, replacing the old golf cart. Purchased a 1.5 ton pickup truck for service. Jonathan Horton transferred back early in the year from the water and sewer, or to the water and sewer from Public Works, where he had been our sanitation driver, expanding their workforce by 1 man. They moved and upgraded the lift station at the day's end to accommodate added flow from Marshall Yards and possible future development. So basically, when they moved location, but they also upgraded its ability to handle more flow. And at this point, I will step back and let either Bobby or Chairman Sills add any additional comments they'd like.
Come on up front, Bobby.
And I wanted to say that the Long Valley Road, that's grant money. course, the Highway 95 was grant money. The high service pumps was grant money. Just a lot of the items are finishing up on some of the grant money. The only grant money we have remaining is a little bit from the PB Cloud, and the Water and Sewer Board is trying to decide what they want to use that for.
Another completion we had was, it happened during that flood too, is we had a lift station go out. You know, struck by lightning, destroyed the pumps and the control boxes. So the Herman Gordon lift station is pretty much brand new. We got a new control panel and 2 brand new pumps in it, along with, you know, a new generator plug and stuff on it. So that was another one that we didn't add, what John was talking about.
So it's essentially new.
Did you
Yeah.
mention
Yeah.
Mention what?
the berm? The berm?
The berm?
Yeah, I said, did y'all miss?
Well, we didn't mention that. We erected it and portions of it remain, but it's mainly been removed again, so. There's engineering work and an estimate for permanent berm around it. That was a temporary berm during high water yet again.
Number 3,
Number 3?
yes.
Oh, okay. Headworks.
It's maybe I missed it.
Well, yeah, yes and no. The headworks for the sewer plant is that new project that was so long in the coming because of changing contractors, et cetera. But in addition to that, I think you were talking about the water plant, weren't you? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Well, I do want to say that, this month, I finally got to where I can I'm sending 2 guys to certify. So I'll have some more certified operators. They're going this week, so.
Appreciate all the information that you bring to us, because you do it in a good way and we can
Thank you.
understand it now.
So I
Appreciate
came along.
it.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, just adding that lift station that we completed, and that's all I really had extra. So, any more questions?
All right. Well, thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Dan, you got anything, Dan?
No.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, John.
Okay, projects, Public Works, I should say. They also added 1 position at the park department, bringing them to 4 there. That actually moved a gentleman who was in the, also on the sanitation truck. He moved to the parks, and we've added, replaced him with another individual. You all met him a couple months back. Improvements and stabilization to stormwater drainage along East at 5th Avenue. And that went from the post office down to South Main, and then over on the west side of South Main, West 5th, basically. But we did a lot of the stormwater drainage. There was some failing as far as the walls and the sides, and so they went in there and reworked that and got it back into shape and got it draining again nicely. Last year they acquired a mobile 50 kilowatt generator. With primary function is the fire training center, but it could be used elsewhere. A 60-foot bucket truck that replaces the old bucket truck that we had since the ice storm. A half-ton pickup, a towed mounted jetter to clean out culverts, 2 zero-turn radius wheeled mowers, and 1 zero-turn radius track mower. Track mower was for heavy or very steep slants, areas that the wheels had too much trouble of slipping and sliding. Paving projects over the last year, we went in on West 10th Avenue, widened the street, improved the drainage, and paved it. It's looking real good. Old Plant Cutoff Road, again, we improved the drainage, the shoulder, and paved it. Old Park Road and parking lot, we repaved the road and then paved the gravel parking lot area that had never been paved. Memorial Park walking trail extension, This was over in the east side where the soccer fields are. The gravel area has been paved. So all of the walking trail in Memorial Park is now paved. Completed the multi-use trail on Long Valley, Doctors Park Baseball Quad. We removed the old asphalt, lowered the base, and graded it to allow for drainage, something we weren't getting very much luck with, because it was actually holding the water or pushing it back onto the fields or keeping it from leaving the fields. We raised the dugout pads, took the dugouts off, raised them up, and then put the dugouts back so that they were now going to be above the asphalt, and you wouldn't have either the infield material or the water running into the dugouts. And then we've got the base, asphalt base is down. And this spring, as it starts warming back up again, we'll put the finish on it. We have striped all the city parking lots, spaces, installed new parking bumpers at City Hall. In the Doctors Park, we've added the restroom facility, including a new lift station and hillside stabilization, the pickleball court. We did 4 courts, bleachers for the new courts. The old courts already had them, and then shades for all the bleachers, hillside stabilization on the north end, and drainage throughout the system. The small storage building next to the 60 by 60 in the old parks office, we put a concrete floor in it and spray foam insulation. It's already got garage doors on it now, so we're hoping to utilize it for our Christmas decorations. The detention space and walking trail, we've created the trail. It's in DGA. We've added 2 parking lots. I think they have 5 spots each. Installed 2 catch basins where we had the opening or just the open inlets. We've replaced them with catch basins, and so they're closed except for the drain grate. We've also installed, I don't have it on here, but we installed, trying to think, was it 7 or 8 birch trees in there along the walking trail. And we still have a couple of benches to put in there, and some seed sowing to go. Nita. Civic Center generator is installed and operational. And at this point, I'll leave it to Director Darnell if he has any additional comments.
Director.
I think you covered it all.
Director, don't know.
You missed your chance. You should have.
There's not anything to add at all? We didn't miss something?
Yeah.
Okay, here he comes. He's gonna come up and get a microphone. That's big.
Director.
Well, I know you missed the berm around the water treatment plant again. Remember?
Mhm. Yeah. Me?
I'm no, I'm.
Oh, John, okay.
Give me a look.
So, yeah.
So we built that again, 3rd time, I think.
It's further down the list.
Yeah, move that forward. Yeah, we've done quite a bit of work. We've replaced a few big cross drains across the roadways. I know the roadway areas that are still rough, we're waiting for Murray paving to get here, so hopefully they'll get here before long, get that moved back up. Let's see, did you include the lighting on the tower? Wasn't that this last year? Radio tower? You can't hear me,
Can you hear us, John?
can you hear me?
What's that?
I said, did you include the lights on the radio tower?
The lumens system?
Yeah.
I did not. Was that last year?
I think it was.
Okay. Yeah, that was, we installed new clearance lights for FAA purpose on the radio tower. And they were installed at the height of it and at the 250-foot mark. That way, the lights that we have on there now will not require the red, white painting that's on it currently. Now, it's not going to prohibit us from painting it, but it does keep us from having to worry about a red, white painting, striping. The,
Also, the generator there, keep the radio functioning, fire goes out.
Is that propane or gasoline?
It's propane.
Propane. That's a big change there. We did that with gasoline before, right?
Yes, we had just portable generators that we would take up there and hook up. And, of course, it didn't take a whole lot of power to do that, so
Was it natural gas or propane? It's
it's
natural.
actually propane.
Propane, okay.
Yeah.
So that keeps our water department telemetry working and the lights working.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it'll take off.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Out.
You're out, over and out.
That's good. That's enough.
Okay.
Oh,
Chief Cannon passed out a report to council members. And he's gonna come forward now and talk to us about that. And John's got some bullet points here. You may want to.
well,
Talk
while
about
he's
the
coming forward, I'll just tell you, I'm just going to talk about the addition we had of one sworn police officer, bringing the force to full 9 members of sworn officers, and then we added an additional cruiser as we always do each year. And that I'll let Chief Cannon pick up the balance there on this.
So, last couple of years, I've pretty much given you guys a spreadsheet and had a breakdown of calls and stuff like that. Want to do something that's a little bit different this time. I figure we just categorize them. That way it's a little bit less and it's a little bit easier to look at. In this report that I've made up, it's just got like a brief summary and some stuff throughout the years or throughout this year. Some of the achievements or some of our officers were recognized. Officer Suits was promoted to sergeant on April 14th. The FBI recognized several of us for helping them with the investigation and apprehending of suspects of the APM theft of the CFSB earlier last year. The Kentucky Law Enforcement Council has a section for career development, and there's several awards or certificates that some of the officers have achieved. And this is the first time that we've reported on it. We've been doing this since 22, whenever I was promoted. I look at their training transcripts, their years of service, and we fill out the applications as soon as they would qualify for the certificate. So right now, everyone but one officer has an advanced law enforcement officer certificate. This is what was given out this year. So Officer Bobo was granted the intermediate law enforcement officer certificate. The advanced law enforcement officer certificate was awarded to Sergeant Suits and Officer White, and a law enforcement training officer certificate was awarded to Officer White as well. And then another achievement was at the fall KLC conference. I was awarded the KLC City Officials Level 1 achievement in local government. And that was based on the hours from trainings that we've been going through for the last couple of years. All right, so there's that. We'll do pat ourselves on the back. So, activity wise, this last year, we logged 38,503 events. Looks like a huge number, but behind that, the majority of that is your officers actually patrolling and logging what they're doing. That's business checks, residential checks, that's the alcohol patrols, that's anytime there's an area of a concern, like for the speed complaints and stuff, we're logging our times there. So that's why the bulk of our calls or the events are. That's us trying to be proactive and trying to be visible and going out to the public. In these numbers, I went back to 2023 because that was the first full year that I had numbers for. And so we have 23, 24, and 25. So you can see right there for the total number of events in 2023 was 19,836, 24, 25,661, and then the 38,503. In 23, there were 7 officers that was patrolling. 24, we had 8 officers, and 25, there's 9 officers. So that's why the numbers are going up. The more officers we have out, the more checks that we're able to do, and the more activity that we can give to the city. If you just look at the general calls of service there, we're sticking around them anywhere between 2,200 and 2,800 calls of service. These are just our general calls that does not have the self-initiated activity of the officers. The next category is dangerous and violent calls of service. These are the serious calls. These are the ones that would have the potential for danger to citizens and us and anything around. So we had 141 of those this year. That's actually a little bit lower from 2023. The calls of service involving property. This is like your criminal mischiefs, your burglary, your thefts, vandalisms, stuff like that. So in 2023, there's 144 of them. In 2025, it went down to 93. The collisions, that's obviously self-explanatory. We've got them broken down to 3 sections. It's collisions with injuries, non-injuries, and hit and runs. So we have 164 in 2023 and 156 in 2021. Then the next column is the traffic, which is our self-initiated traffic stops or complaints involving vehicles. So the numbers are kind of going up on there because we have more people out seeing things and addressing issues. So 2023, there was 746, and 2025, there was 1,061. And then your self-initiated patrols have kind of already gone over that. So those are those numbers, and actually I see a misprint right now. So that 2025 number is not that number. I'm gonna have to go back and make a correction on that.
Which
It's
one?
actually more numbers than we've actually got total wise. So I don't know where that came from.
The 2025 self-initiated?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be a lot less than that. Then the enforcement actions, these are the citations that were issued for violations, misdemeanors, felonies, and servicing paperwork such as criminal summons and warrants. So 2023 was 866. This year's 530. And that last sheet is what the year's totals are for. These are a list of the charges and how many citations were signed off on those charges. It's a front and back sheet. You guys have any questions?
Thank you for the report.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes.
Thank you guys for allowing us to serve. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
And I hope that everyone had a wonderful holiday season.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So Chief Davis is not here, but go ahead, John, talk about the police departments, or excuse me, fire department. Bullet points.
Well, they added some new bunker gear. It's become so expensive that they have to actually add that bunker gear every year, so many sets every year. And then they actually replaced their old red service pickup with another 1/2 ton that's white. They've adopted a Class A uniform, and I believe some of you may have seen it at Ben's funeral. It looks very good and says a lot. It says a lot for the city, I think. City Hall, of course, we went to the full-time zoning code officer, being Troy Turner. We replaced all exterior doors with ADA doors, with the exception of the metal man door in the fire department. New flooring in the training room downstairs. That was carpet and tile. Updated personnel benefits and personnel policy. Initiated new software installation for City Hall, utilities, parks, airport, and cemetery through Edmunds and through all funeral systems or services. Glenn, did you have something you want to bring up or say about Edmunds?
Yes. we're gonna have another training this week on the Parks and Rec section of that, and hopefully it's gonna go live within the next couple of weeks, so we're excited about that. And then in March, we're targeting having the finance and payroll sections going live. And then in May, hopefully the property tax and utilities, that will be the last part. So if everything goes okay, we're moving forward on that too, and it's gonna be good.
So finance and which part? Finance and tax?
Finance and payroll will be in
Okay.
March, sometime in March. We should be able to go live with that, have that.
How's it rolling out? Is it going okay?
It's
That's
gonna
a
be-
big,
it's
that's a big change.
undertaking.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a, yeah.
So how your deputies doing?
Oh, they're great. They're young. No, they're good. They're really good. Yeah, it'll be great with this Parks and Rec section because it's all set up where, you know, they can do reservations and the airport people can pay their rent online. And I mean, it's just gonna be really good. It's really gonna be great.
We've moved into the 21st century.
We
Or will
have,
be.
we're trying, we're moving.
That's not always a good thing.
I know. So now we will depend on Edmonds to be operating properly,
Yes.
but we're already behind on some others, but
Yes. But it'd be wonderful. People, you know, this next year will be able to pay their property taxes online, look them up. It's all gonna be good. It'll be good.
we'll keep saying that until we're successful.
It'll be good.
It'll be good. A lot of work in the meantime.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a deep breath. It's gonna be good.
Oh, all right, John, do you want to talk about grants?
Yes, we applied for several grants this past year. We applied for 2 Kentucky Transportation Cabinet City County Cooperative Program fundings, one for Lone Valley Road, one for Sharkell Road, and they were both denied. Delta Regional Authority Critical Infrastructure grant for construction of the berm for the water treatment plant. Well, that's still pending. We haven't heard anything that's not been denied. Land and Water Conservation Fund grant to extend our multi-use trail from the Civic Center to Railroad Avenue along the east and north perimeter of Doctors Park. Again, that also is pending. It has not been denied. And something that is positive is that we received a Government Resources Accelerating Needs or Needed Transformation Program, the grant, as everyone refers to it. And that will actually pay the largest portion or a large portion of our match required for this Land and Water Conservation Fund. And now it was approved. The only thing of it is if we don't get the Land and Water Conservation Fund, we don't get this one. But if
So
we do, then this is standing in the wings waiting for us.
So if we're successful and we do have the grant, so our matching is what level? You know, right off?
I think it's 20%. We'll have that whole project. I think we would have less than, well, I don't want to say right off the bat because I can't remember the figures, but I know that it's like minuscule compared to everybody else's, the grant, both of the grant contributions versus what we were going to pay is just almost nothing. So it was a very small amount.
Okay.
We
tried to put the airport park road in, and we were quickly told that the airport park road wasn't our road.
That's
So
exactly.
we got bounced. We got bounced from even making an application on that.
Yeah, they wouldn't even
Not
let
for
us.
lack of trying.
Yeah, we did.
I'm
We
hoping.
did, and they said no.
County or state?
I think it's going to have to be the state.
It's a state private.
Actually, Senator Carroll had called me about that, and we've had a conversation about that. And Shark Cow's a big one that's still hanging out there for us. Okay.
We've received several awards this past year. The biggest one being the Kentucky League of Cities City Government of the Year Award for 2025. We received the Tennessee Riverline Extra Mile Award, the Tennessee Riverline Excellence in River Recreation Award, the League of American Cyclists Bike Ready Community. And again, Glenda, do you have anything you want to add at this point?
The only I was just going to talk about my deputy clerks. So Allison, we sent her for her first year of clerk school. So that's a 3-year thing to become a certified municipal clerk. Carrie has already received hers, but she is working toward her master municipal clerk. And then Jordan and I have been I've been taking her along with me to a lot of the financial end of things, in trainings. And so she applied with the Kentucky Government Financial Officers for a scholarship, and she received it. It's a $2,000 scholarship. And when she finishes, she will be a certified public financial officer. It's a 2-year program, and she has 7 tests that she will have to do. It's a lot of work, but she wanted to do it, and she applied, and she got the scholarship from the KGFOA. So it's great.
Very good.
Both of those, both the city clerk and the GFOA are long. It takes a while to get those awards or get those certifications. They're not something you can get with just in a week or two or several weeks. It's over a couple of years to get those, and generally, not always, but generally. Blair, do you have anything to add to marketing and business?
I'm gonna sleep back here.
2 pages.
Sleepy today. Okay. Pull this up here. So, from last year to this year, just wanted to give you an update kind of on the digital communication side of things. We had total views on our Facebook page for 2025 was 4,192,542. We had an engagement of 386,000. We had an increase of followers from 9,672 to 11,817. So it was a 22.2% increase. If you looked at our Facebook posts, the Facebook views by content that were most popular were posts that had a photo attached to it. That had a 62%. That was if it had a photo, more than likely people were looking at it. The other thing that on the content type is if it had a link in it, people were clicking the link. So that's really good. Our average demographic, the highest was 45 to 54 on Facebook, which is pretty common. And they really anywhere from 25 to 64 which is great. I mean, that's really good. Usually on Facebook, you're going to see, 40 and plus. So we do have quite a few of our younger people that are actually looking at it too. Some of the most active posts. Calvert City.
The one with the kangaroo picture. It's got to be the one with the kangaroo.
I wish it was. I wish it was that too. But apparently Calvert City does not like thieves. So the police
All right.
They're catching those thieves. Those have got the highest views. 210,018 views. The second was the ornaments, the Calvert City ornaments.
Oh, well, that's good.
That had 57,000 views. And then the other 2 were the new employees, 40,000 views for the new employees that were hired. Troy Turner had 37 views. And then our Thorpe Fly-In group, that post along with the Halloween video and the tree lighting, those kind of hovered together. So those were kind of our popular ones. The content was viewed by 50% non-followers and 49% followers.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty great. That just shows that the reach is out there, and people are looking at Calvert City, which is really.
Just got to get them to mash that follow button.
Yeah, that's right. And then let's see, peak and views. Our peak view was March 1st. That was, I'm thinking, the Coffee Chocolate Festival. Then July 4th, so Mayor Bration, and then of course, December 22nd with the thief. That was the 22% increase in views on that particular day.
Stop
Craziness.
Probably can't.
On our website, we had 68,000 total views. We had 36,000 active users, which that means that people were on it more, 36,000 people were on it more than like 5 minutes. So that's pretty good for what we have on there. The most viewed was a little over 15,000 was our city blog page, where we had 47 blog posts this year that were posted. The next was pay online. So, people are paying online. That was about 7,000 people that were clicking that link. Then the third page view was services. So lead back, garbage schedule, police, fire, all of those things. And then contact us, calendar, and forms were the other three that were kind of in the top 6. We had 37 events that we planned this year, a little over 20,000 people that participated or a part of it. We sent out 11 code red messages, 49 community text messages. Instagram, it's a small crowd over there, but it's the people that follow, they are pretty good followers. So we had a total of 28,332 total views. Our account reached 2,288 views. Our followers increased by 8%. So we have 1,577 followers. And then beyond the digital side of things, Calvert City, we played an active role both regionally and statewide in boards and advisory councils. I'm president of the Bike Walk Kentucky board, which is a statewide nonprofit organization. Treasurer of the Lions Club, general board member of the Calvert Elcada, chairperson for the Calvert Sharp Family Resource Center, a board member on the Tennessee River Valley Stewardship Council, community representative for the Family Resource Youth Service Center, which is the high school family resource center, and then a board member for Kentucky Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Also served on several other boards, and I'm not going to bore you with that. Anyway, I think that is all I have.
That's all? That's all?
Wow.
Busy.
One copy of it all.
We'll probably do that.
The city SWIFT page is probably of any, I'd say you have to get one or two of the top 10 population cities in Kentucky to be that active. Because from what I hear about everybody else in their communities, most of the city's websites, half the people on the council are dead. They're still listed on the website. I hear this all the time. They'll never update. So it is a tremendous amount of work to keep active content.
Well, and that is why I think everybody in the council and Mayor Jones had the vision to hire this one right here. She did an excellent job of spearheading a lot of these events. One of the things that we haven't got on a list otherwise, you got more, John?
No, that's it.
Okay. We entered into a industrial revenue bond with a certain thing that's going to start up here shortly. That was a fair amount of work and consideration, and I appreciate the council's involvement in allowing that economic development activity to spawn up. We really didn't include that in this summary.
There's been no report on the airport, but Tim's there, so he's got some stuff to talk to you about as well.
Come on, Tim. He's gonna give us a regular airport. He's sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, what are my bullet points? I should have told you up front, so you'd be.
We initiated a number of projects during 2025. Many of them have made a snail's pace progress of getting initiated. And you really can't finish anything until sometime after you start it. But we are still pushing as hard as we can with Kentucky Department of Aviation, who is by default the sponsor of the airport. and the grant money comes through them and the projects get approved by them. They remain enthusiastic about the projects that we have initiated, but not so enthusiastic on getting contracts signed and getting grants issued. So that work will continue. In the meantime, a significant amount of work was done by people that work for Hanson other than myself. The airport layout plan is ready for public review. And I'm going to make a statement now that John may have to correct, but it's an assumption that I've made, that next Tuesday at the Airport Advisory Committee, there will be a review of the airport layout plan, specifically the terminal area plan, which is the one that the pilots and everyone are interested in. Terminal area plan has been completed, has gone through our internal review, and now it's time to give it to some people that will have a vested interest, and that's the pilots that will be using the facility. That meeting was postponed in December, and it's been rescheduled to Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And I see John is still nodding, so.
He's nodding his agreement.
And he must agree with that statement. Couple of additional projects. Survey is completed and our design team at Hanson has received the surveyor's report for the third T hangar number 3 on the east side. That will go into design this week. And depending on the priority system of our design team, that will be moving forward. The first one is the infrastructure for the access taxiways and the foundation of the building. That will be a state funded project. And then the hangar itself will spec out the hangar similar to the two that are up there now, and that will be going out for bid sometime in the spring. And for now, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having another successful year. John's not gonna bore you. I'm gonna say this so that he won't. Not gonna bore you with the fuel sales reports, and that's it's been pretty successful. Thank you.
All right. Just as a reminder, just real superficial comment, the city's got 5 loans that we had. 2 for the water department, 2 for the sewer department. One of those is quite large. And then we've got a loan on the T hangar. We had an initial loan on the T hangar from June of 22, and we've been paying on it since then. That's paid for by the rentals of the T hangar instead of incurring it on the city budget. So those are the 5 loans that this city has. Okay. And that's all I've got to add. John, you got anything else to add to this?
That's it.
Wonder if Dave and them have anything to say?
We're gonna ask that and see if you got something, and we're gonna go around the council for our normal thing that we do. And then I'm gonna ask for an executive session for land acquisition. Okay, and not expecting any action after that if the council wants to entertain that motion in a second. So with that said, Dustin, you got something?
Do not.
Okay. Well,
Yes, we're in an audit. Coming along.
Yes, I've been receiving more emails for additional items. So I know they are working on it. I need to find out, maybe they'll be here next month to present.
we're trying to finalize it then.
I hope, yes.
Danae?
I was just gonna ask, like, the gentleman that came about Colorado Street, how do we handle that? Like, when somebody comes with how do we go about as a council? How do we go forward from here?
Well, I think one of the things we need to do is look back into our previous conversation that we had about it, see what came out of it. I do personally recall there was a lot of concern about that curve to get down onto Colorado. And then there was some conversations about closing that. And the council elected not to close that road. But as far as speed bumps in the community,
Some of that was due to the fire department as well, because the fire department thought it's a road they can get to quicker instead of having if they have to go out there to Raleigh Circle.
right.
As well.
It does cut the time down. So it's a difficult situation.
We can ask Officer Chief Cannon to put a little more patrols up there.
I had just a couple of
Is
things.
that right, Chief Cannon?
These,
Process of that.
this wouldn't,
I understand.
this wouldn't be a solution, but maybe a deterrent. That they have some children at play signs. I think that has helped. There on the corner of 7th Avenue there's a lot of those little plastic signs.
Yeah, the different homeowners.
Yeah,
Those up.
they have, but
Yeah.
maybe the city could put a couple, buy a couple out there. And the other thing was, again, a deterrent, but have a sign there where they go up to Colorado, maybe local traffic only or no through traffic, something like that. I mean, it's the price of a sign
Right.
that might help. So those are just a couple ideas that I had on that.
Well, to try to answer the question, I'm not sure how we really approach it without doing. So let's talk about having a talk with Brad and talk about some of the things we've done and put some of those ideas together and see if we can have a workshop just on that issue. And maybe we could get some local residents involved in that conversation. I for one, I don't like speed bumps too much. Now, and I've got a son who lives in Louisville, which is obviously a much bigger area, and it's hard to compare anything here. But he lives out around St. Matthews, and the big thing in St. Matthews area is at Christmas time and other times of congestion, everybody's trying to run through the neighborhoods. And so everybody's got ways. Okay. So everybody pulls up the electronic reroute on their phone and it tells you turn here, do that, whatever. They've got some monstrous speed bumps up there in the neighborhoods, and they are designed to really, worse than that, to convince you not to go there unless you're small local traffic. And you could say that, and that would be something that if we really adopted that, you could have speed bumps all over Calvert Heights area. And I don't think our residents would be very popular with that. But, Colorado, I mean, if we got maybe we need to get a traffic count out there. Maybe we need to try to see what it is and see how big the problem is. But that may be a solution to make that's untenable as cut through. I mean, how bad would it have to be so certain neighborhoods go 15th Street? And that's no picnic in itself. We got the limited site that's on 15th, which came with a very high price tag to straighten that out. And there was a study done. Gosh, John, how long was that? We had an estimate actually on a project and talked about it at budget time, but that's been several years ago. And it was mind boggling. It was mind boggling and how much that was to try to straighten up the site distance on 15th. So, okay. So if you live out there in Ralph's immediate area, am I going to go 15th or I'm going to go do that wild jag and get out on 62? And then, it's no picnic getting off the end of Colorado onto 62. There is kind of a landing area up there, isn't it? Is it okay?
It's not, you're not
Usually
flat.
bad up
Yeah.
there,
Yeah. So that's not a picnic, and that's probably a more dangerous spot actually than Colorado. And I can't recall, don't have Chief Davis here tonight to answer how many actual, wrecks that we've had at Colorado and 62. And being on the fire department for 20 some odd years, I don't really recall working one there. I know they've occurred, but I don't know what the number is.
What, somebody said the fire department, when you're talking about not closing that road off, a fire truck can get down from 15th Street to Colorado?
They come down.
Depends on which one. Depends on which one.
And they come down like 10th, go that way, come out that way. They can make that turn right there.
Yeah, I mean, the trash trucks make it, the delivery trucks make it. It's not great, but they can make it.
Well, I bet if that's a problem right there on that part of Colorado, Colorado goes on over to 10. I bet that's a problem too for speeding. And then since Brad and them did such a nice job with the curve there.
Yeah.
I bet people go 60 miles an hour
Oh, sure.
once they get around that curve.
There's
Up
just
10.
less homes right
I mean,
there.
all- I mean, there's a speeding problem, and then there's the awkwardness of those intersections, which are kind of unreal. I mean, if they weren't so awkward, the speeding would probably be worse.
Right. And the width of the road is what makes speeding so dangerous to me.
I mean, I've lived out there, I'm sure longer than anyone else that's in here. I don't ever remember an accident, and I went through those very intersections thousands of times before I came to work here. It is awkward, but I don't ever remember anybody having an accident, and I apparently don't see the black car and the gray car, but people mostly are pretty courteous, especially at Colorado and 15th. Now out on 62, that might be a different matter, but I mean, two people can't meet,
Mm-mm.
and you know, people stop, they back up.
I've
you
seen
know.
people back down the hill
yeah.
because they
I've
can't
done-
make the turn. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't turn there. I
Right.
would never suggest turning on the 15th from Colorado.
Mhm.
It would be really hard to do safely.
But to answer your question, we just have to stay on it, keep asking the questions and stay on it.
Thank you.
Actionable item for city staff to get back, we can look at that roadway, see what the past recommendations are, see if we can come up with something. You know, making it wider, it seems to me would make the traffic issue worse. But I don't know. I mean, if we're not up to a certain standard, we need to probably address that as well. So.
Or maybe taking care of some of the drainage issues that might help some, but there's gonna be people that, no matter what, there's gonna be people, no matter how it is, just the day and age we live in, people's gonna drive fast.
People are always in a hurry.
Yeah.
Sure.
You got something else or?
Oh, that's-
Okay.
I do not.
No, Jeremy? Okay. So we've been through our thing. I appreciate Scott, appreciate you being here. And Marshall Yards, heard him on the radio today. He's signing autographs out in the hall.
All aboard.
He was on the, which state is Dunker show, right? Dunker. He was on Dunker this morning. So we'll have to book him on coffee.
You'll
y'all.
get about 10 new people in coffee call.
All right. Okay. Am I forgetting anything?
Do you need a motion to go into
We
executive?
need to, if we're done with this meeting, John, you got anything else you need to do?
No.
Ashley?
Right. So we are going to go into executive session regarding future acquisition of property. And the specific KRS is 61.810, section 1B. And it says deliberations on the future acquisition or sale of real property by a public agency, but only when publicity would be likely to affect the value of a specific piece of property to be acquired for public use or sold by a public agency. And so now that we have given notice in the specific section of the KRS, then we can take a vote.
Okay,
Enter executive session.
we had a motion
I'll second.
and we got a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, looks like we're executive session. And again, I reiterate, we don't expect to have any action when we come out.
If you should, Mayor, would.
I will certainly let you guys know.
No.